Good morning. It is Saturday, July 29th, and we are going on day 3 with no internet at the house. So, yeah. Yesterday, I went to my school and uploaded the vlog from the 27th. So that's up. But my phone won't even upload the footage from the vlog from the 28th because I don't hook my phone up to the school Wi-Fi because it's a whole thing with like students and all that stuff. So my phone hasn't been able to upload any of the footage for me to edit, so I can't edit it at school. So I might have to hardwire my phone into my computer at school, but I'm not going back to school until Wednesday. So you may be seeing this after I've started school on August 2nd. Yes, isn't that crazy? I start school on August 2nd. That's the teacher worked it, and I'm not a year-round school. We are a regular, used to be September to June school, and now we're somehow August to May. But it's not like middle May. It's like end of May. It's like the 31st. Anyway, you're here for the knitting content and not the ranting about my school schedule. But, so I have been getting more knitting done because I haven't been editing the vlog at nighttime. So I haven't decided, and no one can comment to let me know, but I haven't decided if, because of this like lack of internet, I'm going to upload the last like 3 days together, or if I'm just still going to upload it in sections so that you can view them in distinct days, which I think I might do as distinct days because I think me as a viewer would like that better, even if they were late, right? Even if I just watched them like in succession, like you would binge watch a Netflix episode, because clearly I'm on the level of Netflix. So I'm running either 2.5 or 3 miles today, depending on how I'm feeling. I have been sleeping better because I went to school to work on my class, so I wasn't so anxious about school starting, which is normal. I always have a back to school nightmare about school starting. Usually it involves me teaching the wrong subject to the wrong set of students, or being in the wrong classroom, something where I've like missed something. Let's see, knitting project, crocheting projects. I finished the Stephen West socks last night. They're great. Shaylee's finished her first sock as well. I think she's cast on the other one. I did not need you do not need 200 grams of sock yarn. Maybe if you're making the absolute largest size with a very long foot, you might, but I had 100 grams total. So I had 50 grams and 50 grams of each color, and theoretically I should have used the same amount, but I didn't. I had 20 grams left of my blue and 16 grams left of my purple. So it should be fine. I may have talked about this yesterday, but because I haven't watched my vlog back, I don't know. If I'm saying it again, sorry about that. So I used about, 65 grams, which is more than I usually use for a pair of socks. I usually use under 50. So the cabling took up a lot, but I really enjoyed it. I found the toe to be needlessly textured, which is just a personal opinion. Some people will love it. Yeah, so I finished that. Let's see, I am playing Extreme Yarn Chicken with my Vesuvius crop top, which is significantly cropped right now. And I haven't decided if I'm going to attempt to do the split hem, or if I'm just going to what's it called? Or if I'm just going to end it. I'm just going to stop crocheting and then just do a regular edging for it. So that's to be decided today because I have 8 grams left. And realistically, I need like a whole other skein. Maybe like 100 grams left. And I definitely could go looking for another skein. I could fade, but I just don't want to because I'm kind of over it. It's been riddled with issues on my part, and as Shaylee said, Gabs, I don't think this crocheting journey is for you. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I just have fit issues with gauge and that kind of thing, so I'm not really wanting to struggle with it. anymore, so I'm just gonna block it half to death. And I did learn in my crochet test knit that crochet blocks out vertically more, so like I can add more length to it. It stretches vertically more than it does widthwise, unlike knitting, which sometimes things in knitting get extraordinarily wide, which if something fits me, I just don't block it. I know everyone's like, you have to block your knit. I'm like, nah, it's not gonna fit me if I block it. Because I blocked my Navigo jumpsuit and it became gigantic. Like, so I had to like put it in the dryer. Haley told me to put it in the dryer, so I had to do that instead. So yeah, blocking is not really a thing that I do unless it's absolutely necessary. Sorry, designers out there who I test knit for, when you're like, finished and blocked. I'm like, it's finished. But sorry about that. I think once I finish the Vesuvius, which I will definitely finish today, I'm going to do my Battenberg. I'm going to switch my Battenberg over to doing a color every day. So I'll make 6 squares a day instead of 1, because I have a bunch more, like, I'm at the end of my daily projects, so I've got more time for that. I'm working on the hypnotic socks, hopefully finishing today, and then finally starting my Alpenglow shawl, which I keep talking about like literally every day. And then I don't cast on because I keep having things to finish. And I'm very proud of, I started with like 9 cast-ons and now I'm down to 3. Well, cozy memories, 4. I'm down to 4. And by the end of today, hopefully I'm down to 2. Anyway, I'm off to run. I also think I swallowed a bug. So there's that. Talk to y'all later. All right, back from my run. Did end up going 3 miles, but I had 3 things I thought of that I wanted to share. 1, does anybody like who runs longer than 2 miles, do you find that the 1 to 2 mile like stretch is really challenging, but after 2 miles you could just like keep going for a while? That's always me, right around like 1.8 miles. I'm just like, I'm done. But then once I hit 2.25 miles, I'm like, I could run forever. Nah, just me. Cool. Second, I had an epiphany about my Vesuvius cowl. That I can do like a fancy lace edging on the bottom of it to kind of finish off the pattern, but it doesn't require that much yarn. Like, it's just a bunch of chain stitches and picots. So that's how I'm gonna finish my Vesuvius cowl. Third thing, okay, I run by myself. I do tell Daniel where I'm going, when I'm planning to come back, and I have the GPS on my phone so he can find me. But this perfectly nice gentleman just wanted to say hi to me on the trail and tell me that me and another runner were wearing the same clothes. But I don't know about y'all, but when a stranger, specifically a strange man, because this is the society we live in, approaches you and you're alone, immediately all my adrenaline like spiked and I was ready to run like jackrabbit out of there. He was perfectly nice, did not threaten me in any way. But then I remembered something from that I saw on a Facebook reel or video, and I wanted to share this with you. It's better to be rude than dead. That's it. And I stayed super far away from him. He wanted to come and like chat with me or whatever, and I'm sure he didn't have any malicious intentions, but I was like running the heck out of there, just shouting what my responses to him, because I don't know, we're trained to be polite, to be kind, to be considerate of others, but sometimes if you're just, even if you're scared, it's still better to be rude than dead. I was no way threatened, but I wanted to share that with you because I saw it and I was like, that's a really good thought. The worst thing in the world happens if you're rude to them is they think, wow, she's really rude, and moves on with their life, right? That's the worst thing that happens if you're rude. That's my thought. I'm fine. Nobody, like, there was no threat to me, but still, my spidey senses were like on alert, ready to run faster than I currently was, because, you know, I jog along at 12 minute and 30-second miles, but if pressed, and in a full sprint, I can run like a 8-minute sprint if I have to. So I'm going to go inside, get ready. Daniel brought a bunch of leftovers home last night from his work thing, so I'm thinking that I'm probably going to have ribs and mac and cheese for breakfast. See y'all later. Gabs from the future, but this is the update that we said we would do in the podcast about my husband's car. So my husband's car battery died in the parking lot of Costco, and he had the girls, and we were because he was grocery shopping and I was podcasting with Chaley. So then he called me during the podcast and said that I needed to come get him and the girls because the car battery was dead, and we had swim lessons. So I drove over there planning to try and give him a jump, but he had parked very close to the entrance of Costco, so there was no space over there for me to give him a jump. So then we went to swim lessons. After swim and we had lunch, I drove him back to Costco to try and get AAA to jump his car or tow it back to the house. After he waited for like 3 hours, AAA never showed up. They just kept pushing their arrival time farther and farther back, which was frustrating. And then we had open swim for the girls, so we went to that. I picked him up again. Car still doesn't start. Picked up a new car battery from Costco, but the Costco that he was parked at was out of car batteries for his car, so we had to go to a different Costco to get it. Went to swimming lessons, had dinner, drove back to Costco now for the 3rd time. Still couldn't jump his car with my car because it was still super crowded by the entrance where his car was. He jumped his car off of the new battery we bought, was able to drive home, and then the plan today is to replace the battery in his car. So that was the update on his car, which you're seeing this on yesterday's vlog. So if you want to find out what's going on with my morning walk and morning musings, you'll have to watch today's vlog, which is the 30th.